Okay, welcome back. We're looking at example 2 now of solving multi-step equations. Alright, and if you notice on these ones, the examples here, they look a little different than the last time. Now we're adding another component into it that we've already learned about in one of our previous lessons, where we are given a monomial times a binomial equals to another monomial times another binomial here in example A. Okay? So when we're solving equations, we're still looking for that value of the variable, whatever the variable is. In this case it's m, in this case over here it's k, and in this case over here it's a. But we're still looking for the value of that variable that makes the equation true. Okay? So the way we go about solving these is, okay, well, we have to go ahead and we have to perform these operations, multiplication first. Okay? So we're going to have to expand these. So if we remember when we expand, remember we just, okay, we multiply this by this, and this by this, and this by this, and this by this, okay? So what we end up getting is, well, 2 times 3m is 6m. 6m. 2 times negative 4 is minus 8, equals 2. And now negative 4 times m is just simply negative 4m. And negative 4 times positive 6 is, well, it's going to be negative 24. Negative 24. Okay, and now this becomes the exact same example as in example 1. We just have to go ahead and we have to bring all the variable terms to the one side and all the constant terms to the other. And so I'm going to choose in this case to bring all the variable terms to the right side, because if I notice, if I bring this negative 4m here to the other side, I'm going to have to add a 4m here, and I'm going to have to add a 4m here, so I'm going to be dealing with positive m's. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll rewrite it, 6m. I'm going to leave some space, minus 8 equals negative 4m, leave some space, minus 24. Okay? And now what I'm going to have to do is, because I want to get rid of it on this side, so I'm going to have to add 4m here. Okay? But what I do to one side, I do to the other, so I add 4m here. Okay? Now, those go away because that's 0. And what am I left with on the left is, well, 6m plus 4m is 10m minus 8. Okay, and on the right, I'm simply left with minus 24. Okay? Now I have to go about solving this. Now I'm saying to myself, 10 is multiplied by m, and then I subtract 8, and the result is negative 24. So my last step was subtracting 8, so I'm going to have to add 8 to 24, so I'd have to add 8 here. Okay? And now the minus 8 and the 8 are gone because they become 0. And on the left side, I'm left with 10m equals to, what would this be? Negative 16. Okay? And now lastly, 10 is multiplied by m, so I would divide by 10 and divide by 10 to get rid of that, leaving me with 1 here, so I'd be left with m equals to negative 1.6. Okay? Alright, so now if I wanted to check this, alright, I would take m equals to negative 1.6 and I would put it back into my original equation. So my left side would be 2 times 3 times, I'm going to put this in square brackets, 3 times negative 1.6, and then minus 4. Okay, and well, this would be 2 times 3 times negative 1.6 is negative 4.8. Okay, minus 4. Square brackets here. And then, well, 2 times, well, negative 4.8 minus 4 is going to be negative 8.8. And, oops, I forgot my equal signs here. and then that would all be equal to negative 17.6. Okay? Alright, so that's the left side. So now going and checking in the right side. Okay? Checking on the right side, I would put in negative 4 times negative 1.6 plus 6. Well, that would become equal to negative 4 times 4.4 times 4.4, and negative 4 times 4.4, 4 times 4.4 would be equal to negative 17.6. So there again we have left side equals right side. So our solution is correct. M equals to negative 1.6. Okay. I'm going to leave the other two for you to practice on your own. Okay. So go ahead and give those a try, and that concludes our lesson on solving multi-step equations.